around? Any girls? Girls, you are here. What have they told you? Wamewambia nini? Science ni amen. Wamesema hivyo. Wamewambia kwako ni jikoni. If you try to talk kwenda jikoni. Is that what they are telling you? No, I'm here to tell you it's not true. So what I can say is that I wish to speak to you girls. You are capable, intelligent, and full of promise. I strongly encourage you to embrace science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That is abbreviated as STEM. Good, I even hand it. It's abbreviated as STEM.
We've not created a new entity or organization here. There is no counting officer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I have two things to talk about in this video. But before we talk about them, number one thing that I want us to talk about is Shalin Ruto going to visit Uganda, and the way Kenyans have reacted, or the way Kenyans reacted after she met Muhoozi together with Museveni. And the second thing is about Johnson Sakaja together with Edwin Sifuna, Sifuna's Rango. During the Senate committee, when Sakaja was called upon to go and answer some of the questions concerning their agreement with William Ruto before, because of course we know very well what happened, is that these guys got into an agreement with William Ruto, and then they signed a deal before doing what is known as public participation. So those are the things that I want us to talk about. But before we do that, fellow Kenyans, let me humbly request you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can share, drop your comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. If you're in the country, it's good. Tell me which part of the country or county number at the comment section. And if you're outside the country, it's also good to tell me which country, or drop you either the flag or the code of the country where you are watching this video from. Let's get into the discussion. Charline Ruto is in Uganda. I don't know if she has gone there for her own visit. But Kenyans are reacting. Kenyans have really reacted after Charline Ruto went to Uganda. People are saying that maybe they met with Muhoozi, and Muhoozi was like, why not in politics? You see, your father could have done this, after father you'll have retired in 2032. You might be the next president. All those issues. I want you to listen to Kenyans' reaction, and then we talk about the next thing.
Nimeona mtoto wa rais amefika Uganda.
Charline
Ruto
amefika kwa Muhoozi
Kanoribaga.
Anapewa tips.
Sasa hivi tips za she's being tipped. Yeah?
You should be the commander of.
Why are you
not in the army?
Why are you not in the army?
Right now, you should be the commander of your father.
Yes, yeah. You should be helping your father to control those Gen Zs.
You should be controlling the Gen Zs. You are telling them to relax.
Yeah.
To relax and wait for 2032.
They should be waiting for 2090. when your dad leave the office in 2032, you should be taking over.
Don't leave that place.
You are supposed to stay in this state house.
You see the way Mzee has stayed in office for 40 years.
And when Mzee leaves, I'm the one who is going to take over. Yeah.
Say Shalin tips.
Tips,
I'm wondering how you are walking around like this.
Yeah, why are you walking around?
You should be having bodyguards.
Yeah. You should be coming here in a KDF helicopter.
And in uniform.
Watoto wa falme.
What else are they talking about?
Kwa sababu hawa ni watoto wa falme. What are they talking about?
Maybe Shalin ameenda kuuliza, how is it that you voted using a basin?
Yeah. How are you? How did your father win?
How did Mzee win?
Win several times.
Despite there was low turnout of voters.
Where did he get the millions of votes? Did you add him votes? Watoto wanaitwa watoto wa falme wale. Wakikutana unajua bana ni lugha ya kifalme tu.
Wanaongea tu lugha zao, wanaongea kwa ndimi.
Bana.
Haya basi, akirudi atuambie amekuja na mazuri gani kutoka.
Bora don't fall in that trap. Kutaka kuchukua Indian Ocean.
Please.
Don't fall.
One we will not allow.
Don't try to fall in that trap.
Or even touching migingo.
Don't hata samaki moja. Even one fish.
We start counting the ocean.
Sasa hivi tutaambia waziri wa madini Ali Hassan Joho.
Joho ameanza kuhesabu za Lake Victoria?
Last time walikuwa Indian Ocean.
Walikuwa Indian Ocean.
Jamani waziri Ali Hassan Joho. Tafadhali bwana.
Tunakusi.
Unajua you are the 001.
Unaweza kuhesabu samaki kule.
Wanafaa utume maafisa waende katika ziwa Victoria wahesabu samaki.
Monitor. Monitoring and evaluating.
Tunashuku kwamba fingerless zinaenda.
I really don't always understand why these guys normally think that being that now they are they are president's sons, or maybe they are children to the president, they are supposed to be doing things that people enjoy. Of course, I can as well say that these kids also have a life to live. They don't need to be into politics so much, but even though, when you try to listen to them speaking, the other day you had George Ruto trying to condemn or trying to talk negatively about Babu Owino after Babu Owino had warned Pasaris from putting on clothes that exposes her body. George was very mad with Babu Owino. But there are some people who, when something like same things like this happen, they don't talk about them. Why is it that these guys sometimes are normally very much concerned about very few people, unlike others? So those are the kind of things that we need to ask ourselves. Why others are not others? You see? Kwa nini wengine na sio wengine? Maswali kama hayo. The next story of the day is about Johnson Sakaja and Edwin Sifuna. Though this one I want you to listen to from the beginning up to the end, the way the reactions actually, what really happened, how did it happen, and all those blah blah blah, all those issues. Why is it that Johnson Sakaja is telling us right now that he wants to engage with the public? He wants to engage now with citizens concerning the agreement that they had already signed with William Ruto. I really don't know. Personally, I know what I believe and what I know is that an agreement must not be signed. If it is something that people are supposed to participate, if it's something that maybe needs public participation, you should not rush into signing a deal before listening to what people want.
To sort of this city, I must get it. Lazima I work. I don't have another route. Remember, let me give you another example. Yesterday in Parliament, you have discussed the National Infrastructure Fund. Yeah. This National Infrastructure Fund will create around 5 trillion. That is a goal. Already 2 trillion. This is the way I want to plug into it. Because you cannot go to the Now, how do I plug in and get projects for the city? Whether it is massive road projects, only the city is 250 billion. And I keep asking for more projects. How will I plug into the Sovereign Wealth Fund without an arrangement with the government and a setting where I am chairing a committee that is discussing this every 2 weeks? We have to be pragmatic. We accept it. We appreciate that you must get doing these things. But our procedure has fallen laws. Yes, that is where you guide. Yes, you guide us. Pending bills of NMS, yes, those ones must be paid. The difference, we've not created a new entity or organization here. There is no accounting officer that has been created. If Kura's budget, they get an additional 8 billion. The DG of Kura will still have to account. Yes. But who defines and determines which roads are done in that 5 billion? Where do we prioritize? Whether it is Agwins, whether it is what not, is this forum where I'm chairing. So that I can also, we even have Kera in Nairobi, rural roads. What are they doing in Nairobi? So Chair, that's the difference between us and NMS. And I promised, Chair, as Senator, I also promised as Governor that I would never transfer functions from Nairobi. I said it in the Assembly. I will not transfer. I think Article 187 is a bad provision. counties need to be strengthened to do better. So if you have a better way to do it, please, that is why you have a committee of devolution. Your work is to protect the interests of counties and their governments. And that is who is here. A county and its government, isn't it? Let me look for a question I've not answered. Senator Sifuna, very, very, very clearly says that no one is against development. I like that. And that is true. We want to do it within the law. That is true. Let us do it within the law. But let's also do it. You know, some people feel you fix the wings as you fly. You know, we can wait and for a perfect agreement or a perfect law. It will never happen, Senator Sifuna. Yes, but I'm saying you cannot have a perfect agreement, especially if it's the first one. Where is the president? Please draft for me one.
Yes, from the chair. You can see the divide here. There's people who believe the ends justify the means, and there's also of us who say there is a way it can be done constitutionally and legally.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, Chair, that when we get to the closing remarks, because I've had some of your friends saying some of us just criticize we don't have ways in which it can be done. We will give you ways in which.
Which friends? You have said my friends.
Yeah, some of your friends say some of us just make noise. We never give proposals and wait for it. It's good that you are throwing that challenge to us, because some of us, just a minute, Chair, you will give us an opportunity to show you how it can be done constitutionally. Yes.
Chair, thank you. And when I'm asking about friends, you know, earlier the senator said I'm his friend. So my friend is his friend also. And then
he's not my friend, you know that.
But you are my friend.
Yeah, we don't have to have the same friends.
Senator is my good friend. I know you're free to go. Unless you've changed, he has former friend. He has already claimed. No, he's not a former friend.
Chair, can I summarize for the two of you?
So Basel is in scholarship.
Now members of this committee want to pick my friends.
Yes. So, Procedure, Chair. Again, I had noted when Senator Sifuna was speaking about Section 189(2) on cooperation. Or the Constitution, yes, the Constitution is higher than the Urban Areas and Cities Act. The Constitution says there should be cooperation. 189, and Senator Muma, you've said that very well, you know. And that the national or county government may establish its own committee with specific mandate where such a committee is necessary for the achievement of those things. It is true, we had an intergovernmental agreement on bursaries and scholarship. Yeah. That intergovernmental agreement that we signed on the 9th of January, I gave scholarships of 170 million. Last week, I've given 252 million of bursaries to every ward. But it is not any additional money from the national government. It is our resources. No, the intergovernmental agreement is just to allow.
You don't need to rush to make a deal or to sign a deal without consulting others. If you really feel like this thing that you're going to do, this thing that you want to do is really a concern to the community. Because at the end of the day, Kenyans are the ones that are going to suffer. Nairobians are the ones that are going to suffer. If at all maybe anything happens wrong, then you want to be asked. Like, you won't suffer. You want to go through it. Kenyans are the ones that are going to go through this. So I felt so bad when Sakaja was saying that it's when he's realizing that what he did really needed public participation, and he has heard from 1 or 2, 3 people sources that they need a public participation, and therefore they are going to do that. So my question is this: before you play with this video, Sakaja wants to tell us that once he does the public participation, and maybe probably 99.9 or 95 to 99% of the people, of the public, says that what they agreed with William Ruto is wrong, he wants to tell us that he will overthrow what William Ruto did, or he will overturn what William Ruto signed, and then go with the public. That is the lie from the pit of hell. That is one thing I know that cannot happen. It will not happen. Sakaja cannot dare. I believe that. I know that. He cannot even dare think otherwise. That which they agreed with William Ruto, that is what they're going to do. So hii mambo ya kutudanganya hapa na pale, mara tufanye hii tuachane nayo. You understand? Anyway, fellow Kenyans, I want you to listen to this from the beginning up to the end, and then after listening to it, please don't forget to drop your comment. Don't forget to tell me what you think concerning the video that we just watched. Until we meet again in the next video, if it's possible. I've been your host, Bonfasavino. Bingo.
You yourself will tell this committee the current outstanding balance. And last we had a conversation with you about how much money national government owes the people of Nairobi. I think it was upwards of something like 100 billion Kenya shillings. Why can't you tell the president that you have the capacity as a county government to be able to manage Nairobi? Let him give us our money. Let him give us our money. And then we will build our roads. I have seen this county government building roads. Unless, Governor, you are saying you cannot build roads. If the national government gave the county government of Nairobi money, you have the capacity to build those roads. You have the capacity to do those sewer lines. You have the capacity to do the drainages. You are a government. Tell them to give us our money. When we see people saying, we will give you this money, but we are not very sure you will run it, so let's send Musalia to chair the board. That is unacceptable under the urban areas and cities.